Well, I've been warning you guys that they're going to start removing tanks from the gift shop, and anything that's got preferential matchmaking is going to go bye-bye. And so here is, well, they already got rid of the E75. They lied about it on the E75 because they said, oh, it's a balance issue. But really, the truth of the matter is they just are removing preferential matchmaking tanks. Now, they have come clean and been more honest about removing any tanks that have preferential matchmaking. So now they're making their bold moves. And I can guarantee you, I don't know exactly by the end of when, but I know they were saying by the end of 2015, any premium tanks that have preferential matchmaking are most likely going to be gone from the game. So if you want to get them, well, start with these four first. The TOG is going to be the first. I'm going to run a battle in each of them and kind of talk about it before we go. Kind of pricey, the TOG, for what it is. It's a very slow tank. It's got the 17-pounder gun, which I like. It is a good gun. It's not a great gun by any means, but it is a good gun, especially on Tier 6. Now, TOG's big issue is, one, it's soft as a banana, and it's slow as all get out. It's the slowest tank basically in the game. It's horrifyingly bad slow. Even downhill, it's going to max out at 14 kilometers an hour, which is roughly like 5 miles or 6 miles an hour. This thing sucks because of that. Now, the good things about it: huge health pool for Tier 6. It's got like a Tier 8 heavy tank health pool. Gets a lot of laughs from your teammates. It's good for blocking off intersections if you're about to die. You can block off an entire road. People can't get past. And if you platoon 3 of them together, sometimes you can have great games because the rate of fire is so high. It's like bam, 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 and everybody dies that is coming towards you, and you have the health to absorb it. So I've only had 1 or 2 experiences with TOG platoons, and they've been fun every time. But don't kid yourself. Even though this is a classic tank, it is not a good tank by any means. But I do like it. And I have fun playing mine. I'm not going to lie to you. This is a fun tank. But it's a decent amount of money, too. So, and I don't think it's going to be going on sale with it going away in 2 weeks. You might get a little discount because you can get free premium time or whatever with it. I think they have that, like, you buy all 4 of them, and they have a pack on their website right now to get free premium time with the tank, but you're probably never going to get this thing on sale again. So if you really want it, you're going to be paying full price, and it is like $25, I think, somewhere around there. So it's not a cheap tank. Let's go ahead and run it. Well, here we go. Wide open map, high tier artillery. How do you think that this is going to end? I'm going to get moitilized, maybe tenderized like a steak before it's served for dinner. People complain, and they're bringing up the fact that this is a play by Wargaming to get more money. I kind of sort of agree at the end here, except for they're not going to have the tanks anymore. But the fact that they put them in a little bundle and said, "Hey, you can buy all of them for $54," to prime some sales. Definitely, they're gonna. What's the word I'm looking for? They are going to take advantage of the taking away, but I don't think that their intention was necessarily to completely get rid of, or to completely make money on the tanks. They are getting rid of them, so they're going to make some money while they're doing it. They definitely want to do that, but they definitely want to do it. I'm going to sit here for a minute, and hopefully this is going to suck. Yep, I'm getting shot. Still, I'm spotted. I was hoping I'm unspotted by now, but I'm not. This is a long approach. We need a scout down there. And the Matilda's going to use me for cover. I don't. Do you blame them? I'd be using me for cover too. That's a lot of cover. He said TOG II slow. Affirmative. So anyway, I think they are going to try to grab some money, but they are getting rid of them, and that is their line. They've been telling us they're going to do it, and here now they're putting their money where their mouth is, and they are actually getting rid of these tanks, sadly.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
I am very afraid of what's going to happen when that artillery strikes. But I'm sitting still, so I guess I should be willing to pay the price if that's the case, right? I am slow, but you know what? I seem to keep up with everybody. Or catch up with everybody, anyway. Who's hitting me? What? Here it comes. Yep. And that is what I was... You can see the artillery is aiming directly for me. Forget the 5 other tanks that are up here. They're all going to shoot for me, and I need to get out of here, so... I'm just trying to make it harder for them to hit me by getting down underneath a little bit. Can I hit him? No, he stayed low. My Matilda... And so, see, this kind of, you know, the hard thing is, especially when you get put in a battle with high-tier arty like that, it really does nullify this tank. I can't do much to help because I'm too slow to, like, reposition. But yet I can't be effective. I don't know. I'm going to come back here, though. Hopefully this will... Yeah, this is not good. We've lost this side. However, we're doing well on the other side, so if I can stay alive and kind of help out here. There's one. I've gotten one measly hit this whole game. And the arty's going to be on to me now. I'm going to try to help with this. Oh, the Firefly. Looks like we got this, though. But yeah, so you can see where, I mean, but like I said, it is a fun tank, and everybody always comments to you about it. This guy's like, oh.
Penetration.
And here comes the artillery again. I'm waiting for that second hit. And that's where it's at. I mean, you're always going to be an arty magnet, but it's really bad when you're, you know, top tier and they have top tier arty. It's just here. I mean, look at this. I am just their punching bag.
They're knocked out.
And I got to get out of here. This is not going to be good. I'm right in their range. Like a battleship trying to avoid airplanes. That's really what it is. Oh, I thought he was going towards me, and I missed the shot. Goodbye.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Oh well, I did little damage, but I got a lot of kills. He's complaining about all of their high tiers being arty, but so was ours. Oh well, didn't have time to I got some kind of award. What is this? Hand of God. Survived the battle having received damage from at least 4 different enemy vehicles. Well, that's a pretty easy one to get in the TOG. Team score, not bad. Started off really weak, and that's how this tank often does, because it is, you know, unless you're in a city map or something, it's just... Is this one worth full price? Well, if you've always wanted one and you're a collector, this is going away. This is probably your last opportunity to get this tank. So, you know, maybe I'm sure they'll probably pop them out on holidays. You know, hey, here's your chance to get one with, you know, for $90 with a gold bundle and a bunch of premium time. So I would say at this point, unless you really want the TOG, I don't know. It's hard to say. I like it. I don't hate it for sure. In fact, let's look at my stats on it because this might help you too. I'm an average player. I'm averaging currently 52%, like 51.9 something. I get a solid 50% win rate in this tank after 200 battles. So it plays a little bit under, but that's not bad for it. Most of my tier 6 and tier 7 premiums are bad win rates. So it's actually a pretty good win rate for this tank. I like this tank. I do. So is it worth it? That's a tough one. It's a lot of money. But if you've always wanted one and you've been waiting, well, you probably should stop waiting and go grab one. It's going to be in the game, I think, for 2 more weeks, and then it'll be in the store through the website for 2 more weeks after that, I think is what they said on the website, but make sure to check the post. It's definitely, when 9.7 gets released, this is gone from the in-game store. So if you have gold and you want to spend it that way, you need to do it fast. All right. The next tank they're dumping is the Mighty American T14. It's actually not that mighty. Those of you that know my history with this tank, I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's kind of like a, I don't know. It's like a really slow, well-armored Sherman with a crappy gun is really what it is. And it does train some of the high-tier heavy tanks, not all of them. I think the T57 line, you can hold a full crew from that, but it does not train like the M103 line. So my M103, my T29, my T32, I can't train my crews in there. I don't think. Let's check the M103. It's a different loadout. I got 2 loaders in here. It's bizarre. But it is a historical crew. So the good things about this tank, well, even though the hull armor is only 50 all the way around, it's got decent angling. So if you can angle this tank, you'll bounce a decent amount of shots from tier 5, tier 4, or tier 3. Another good thing, this one gets preferential matchmaking, which is one of the reasons why it's getting dumped. And this is a big weak spot. That's a bad thing. And of course the gun is terrible with 89 pen, I believe. 92. It works on tier 5. It's not great. If you get into a tier 6 battle, you be prepared to load gold because it's going to be hard to penetrate some of the tanks that you're going to run against. But, you know, it's not a bad tank. The other big issue with this tank is mobility. It moves forward and backwards pretty quickly. Not real quick, but it's good for a heavy tank, but it's got a pretty bad, what do you call it, turn ratio or turn radius turn. It's slow. 26 is the traverse, right? Or 20 traverse. It's one of the lowest in the game. Sorry, I got interrupted there. Yeah, so the traverse is bad. This tank takes a long time to turn around, and when you're getting circled by a scout or a fast-moving medium, you're done for. So, anyway, let's go ahead and run this guy. Man, I get... I see this map an awful lot. There's so many maps, and then like there's ones that I never see, and then this one I see all the time. But you'd think for how much I'd see it, I'd do better on it, but I don't. Unfortunately, this is a tier 6 match, so we're gonna run against some tanks that we're gonna struggle with a little bit, and they're not gonna struggle with our armor. That's the other side of it. You know, the Hellcat, the T3045, they're really not gonna have a hard time with this armor. You know, this armor is strong against low tier tanks, but when you get into a high tier battle like this, quote unquote high tier, well, it sucks. Oh, and by the way, the FCM 50T, or I'm sorry, the FCM pack, the 36 pack 40 tank destroyer does not get preferential matchmaking, so I guess they're just picking on that one for whatever reason. They decided it's time to move it out. Maybe they felt it was OP, which it's a little bit overpowered. It's very slow, but it's, you know, pretty wonderful. There's the opposing T14. Now, hull down is pretty good in this tank. It's not great, but the gun depression is pretty decent, so you can do some hulling downing. This is not a good position, but I don't think that they'll come out, except for that T14 is already out, so got to really watch my step here. And the gun, the accuracy is pretty good. It does, you know, it's an American gun, so it's middle accuracy. Some shots are going to be right on. Some shots are not going to be quite on. Oh, man. What are they doing? Do they all race for the flag? Uh-oh. We're gonna have to move in fast. This is gonna be a quick battle. I was hoping to hit that guy, but no. At least the ammo's cheap. Just trying to knock down walls. That guy let me know where he was. That's good.
Enemy is hit.
I think he's using the derpy gun, the 105.
Enemy armor is hit. The gunner is wounded. He'll have a hard time hitting anything.
And see, there's our tier 6 issue. The tier 6s are not going to have any problem whatsoever getting through your armor. Especially when you're lower than they are. I'm going to fix the gunner because this gun is pretty bad without the gunner. Oh no. Those are our two biggest guys. Man, I can't even pen him. Yeah, and that, see, here's the point. Point proven here. The T-67 is going to be having a hard time getting through my armor, and I'm not going to have a hard time getting through his.
Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy is hit. Enemy armor is destroyed.
Now I'm getting fired on, fast firing and shooting on me. I'm just going to snuggle in here and try to disappear for a while. Yeah, the VK has got that, oh, it's not the cone gun, it's the new one, it's the waffle, which is not as good as the cone, but it still has a pretty decent rate of fire. I'm trying to help over here. Is our VK AFK? No, he's fighting. Okay, there he goes. I'll try to help him with that M7. Now, unfortunately, we've lost a lot of our heavier, or tier 6 tanks. Cromwell's spotting, but I can't really do any damage to any of the tanks that are over there.
Penetration.
The EZ-8, however, is a soft tank. I'm going to go over and see if I can help with that. I need to go back. Who's hitting our artillery? Come on, Cromie, keep it going. Yeah, nice job, Cromwell. Okay, so we got the medium over here. Hellcat killed him. I'm trying to see if I can get into a spot where I can hit that Hellcat first, but it's going to be a long time. Crap. Mouse duck, huh? So we've got a Hell Kitty, a Wolverine. What do they got? They got the Hellcat. Hellcat's one-shottable by me. EZ-8 might take 2 hits. I'm gonna try to keep this whoop guy in sight. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit him twice. So, dang. Yeah, too late for you. Now, I don't think they have artillery, so I'm getting fired on by somebody. Most likely the Hellcat, and I'm in a bad spot because this is pretty open here. They can see me, but I can't see them. But they've got me spotted for sure. So I need to wait a minute. The Hellcat's a quick one, so I'm imagining he's going to try something fast. Yeah, I'm getting hit. I can't see from who, though. This stinks. This is where their visual range makes a huge difference. I mean, there's just nothing I can do. That Stug has to spot him. We got 8 minutes left. I'm going to try to attract their attention. There we go. I've got it. There's the Wolverine. Okay, he's the one that's shooting at me.
Enemy is hit.
Dang it. How do they do that so fast? Oh! So the Hellcat's over here by our artillery. Oh, no!
We didn't even scratch
Alright,
them.
time to load the gold.
Penetration. We didn't even scratch them.
This is where the ammo sucks.
We didn't penetrate their armor. Enemy armor is damaged.
Don't do it, Stug!
Enemy is hit.
Rats, come on, Stug! Dang. Oh, man. So I need to find the Hellcat. Now my heart's beating fast. This is a close game. Hellcat's a good player, and unfortunately he's got the view range on me. He was last spotted over here. See if I can find him. Oh, man. I can't believe I didn't get that T-34. Now, he looked like he was stock, so I don't know where this Hellcat went. But if they start capping, I know where to go. One of them's going to cap and the other one's going to try to draw me out, so we know how this is going to go. Where did the Hellcat go? How much time we got? 5 minutes? No. He's telling me go cap.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
He's got the spot on me.
Bail out.
Just couldn't get it.
Vehicle is heading.
Man, should have taken the shot. Should have pushed harder. Well, I did what I could. When he fired, I should have pushed him. I forgot. My rate of fire is a lot better than his. And of course the unlucky bounce there because this gun's no penetration. Come on, you bounced off a Hellcat for real? So close. But he has no problem with my armor, and that's, where the hard part comes in, so yeah, wow, that was a disappointment. I could have done it too. That was the hard part. Maybe. If I could have found him without him shooting me, but of course, like I said, he had the view range on me, so it's like when I showed up for him way before he showed up for me, so by the time, he's already aimed and ready to hit me, I can't hit him because I'm still, there he is. Didn't have time to aim, and he pulled away. Shoot. Yeah, so if we look at the gun again, and that's really where this thing hurts. Now 127 penetration, but that's barely enough to pen a Hellcat. That's with gold. So, and I was using gold ammo there at the end. Hellcat has, well, theoretically I should have been able to get through the front of his turret, but I just didn't get lucky on that one. So, If I would have killed him, then I would say I had a good chance of winning that game. But because I was not able to pull that off, I should have just pushed him around the corner, but I didn't. And that was my bad. I hesitated and tried to aim him out, but that never works with the Hellcat. So I'm sure he was using gold too. So most people hate this tank. I like it. I don't love it. Not great with it. I don't have a positive win rate with it for sure. I don't think. Well, maybe I do. Oh, 54%. Hey, I love this tank. I like this tank. It's, after playing the VK 3002D, this has the first gun that you can get on that. So that's going to be the L70. And on the I think I used that on the VK 3001D is also the L70, yeah. This is not a great gun at tier 7 because it does not have pretty much any alpha at all. It's what you would call a low alpha gun. You do 125 damage to 150 damage. Now, penetration's not bad at 150. It's not great either at tier 7. Most tier 7 or medium tanks have a little bit more, like they're heading around the 160, 170. Some of them don't, though. So it's okay. If I compared it to my VK 3002D with the top gun on it, which is the short 88, this one actually has 30 more pen. But it's not by and here. So the issue is this: you don't have the alpha to scare away tanks. You'll hit them and they just keep on coming. They're not afraid of you because you're gonna have to hit them like 5 times to kill them. And the other downside is, whereas the E25 gets to have it fires every 2 or 3, maybe it's 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds. This one takes almost, I think, 4 or 5 seconds to reload. So it is not by any means a fast rate of fire. So you really do kind of have to play this like a sniper. This is also another arty favorite. Artillery loves shooting this tank. Now, on the mobility end of things, this tank is pretty fast moving. I like it. I like mobile tanks. So it's not a bad tank. It just doesn't have a lot of oomph. And I think because of that, people tend to shy away from it. So it does get a lot of hate. I'll tell you what, people either love it or hate it. I like mine. I do like it. I'm glad I have it. But it is the most pricey of the 4 tanks that is getting poofed. So let's go ahead and run this guy. You can see how it is. Preferential matchmaking, yes. All 3 of these tanks had pref matchmaking. So be sure to carry some gold. Off we go. So tier 8 match. That's the most this tank will see. Unfortunately, we got a tier 8 match. Seems to be par for the course today. I'm going to be top tiered in all of my tanks. I don't get to... Well, no, that's not true. I got a happy matchmaking for the TOG. And we won. So I still can't believe I didn't get that Hellcat. Oh. I would have had to hit him twice. He had 200 health. I think he had 200 health left. Now the T-3045 was one-shottable, but... Oh. Why'd you stop? It's probably checking the map out. T-32, you need to come to city. Stop trying to figure out where you're going. Oh my gosh. We've already got 1 heavy, 2 heavies. Well, I don't know. I guess... I don't know. No, he made the wrong... We don't need 4 heavies in the valley. Oh my gosh. They're going to get stopped. No arty. So considering that there's no arty, come on, Tiger, scoot over. You're the only tank here? Let's see what we got. Nothing. Little salt and pepper humor there. Push it. Oh boy. That guy will... Yeah, he missed. Oh, but this guy, my mistake. Oops, didn't see him.
Enemy armor is hit. Target acquired. Penetration. Penetration.
And this is where the gun sucks. I mean, he does almost as much damage as I do.
Enemy armor is hit. Target locked.
in a tier 7 tank. Oh, and I'm done for. It's T-34 and a T-29. That guy kicked my butt. But once again, this has a nice health pool. So, as you can see, you last a little bit longer because you got that health going for you. Now, once I do this, it won't last long. I'm gonna check and see what's going on here. Oh, nice. Let's see if I can track this dude. Gun depression ain't great on this thing. See if I can track. Crap, he moved again. Ugh.
We didn't even scratch them.
Trying to help. Not doing much. Dang it. I only got a shot off, but...
Got him.
There's a Jag Panther 2 out there. Whew. Didn't get moduled at all, surprisingly. Took a lot of hits, but... Still not a win, though, for sure. But I think we got this. Now, these guys, look at, they all went down the valley. Sure enough, what are they doing? Idiots. Not pushing. Yeah, I think this is pretty much written off here. But... Nice miss. E25's got the... I'm definitely spotted at this point. Maybe? Maybe not.
Penetration.
He's going to turn around and come for me, but...
Enemy armor is damaged.
Let him come out. I'll just sit here and noob it up. There we go. I feel safer here at least. That thing is so nasty.
Enemy is hit. Penetration.
I should probably hit his tracks, but... Well... Try to push around if I can. I don't know if there's still a bunch of tanks up there. I think Jag Panther 2 is killing everybody. The KV2 is probably going to get me, but I gotta try. I gotta try to get rid of this dude because he's killing everybody.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Oh, taking too long. But this is why I like this tank. It provides this kind of gameplay, you know. They know I'm not patient. They gotta know.
Enemy armor is hit.
Gun is mostly accurate anyway.
Penetration.
He's looking right at me. Right at me. Oh! I got a couple seconds anyway to... Oh, nope, nope. No, I don't. Come on, hit somebody else. There's like 10 other tanks there. Yeah, I'm just going to let them push. I don't want to die. There's nothing that my gun can't do or can do that's going to make a huge game difference, but maybe I can get this guy.
Ricochet.
No.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
Switching over to gold. Thing's a hard shell, man. There we go.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
Got to use the cheater gun or cheater ammo. See why I like that tank? And that's the kind of stuff that I pull off in this thing. It doesn't always happen. I can guarantee that. But yeah, I did pretty good. Now, if we go by score, that's second highest score on the team. Not bad. Second highest damager. No, I wasn't. Like fifth highest damager. But still, this thing is not a bad tank. A lot of people gets a bad rap, but I like this tank. So let's do one more battle. We're going to take a look at the last guy. This one's an odd one to me because it's not this is not a preferential matchmaking tank. This gets tier 5 battles. But maybe they felt like it was overpowered. I mean, this thing does just fine on a tier 5 battle. It's a little slow. That's the only downside. But for on a tier 3 map, like where you're all tier 3 tanks, you are going to get top guns. In fact, let's look at the service record. Because I think, I don't remember, but I think I've done really well in this tank. Okay, so my damage ratio, this is the highest that I have, I believe, is 3.25. That means for every battle I get in, I'm killing 3.25 tanks. Or, I'm sorry, that means I do 3.25 times average battle damage compared to the health of my tank. So I'm doing 3 times more than the health I carry. Now, this tank doesn't have a lot of health, but the destruction ratio is what tells you I kill 2.5 tanks every battle. For every tank I lose, I'm killing 2.5 of their tanks. That's really good. After 129 battles, I have a 63.5% win rate. This is my highest win rate tank that I play on a regular basis. You know, some of these other tanks, if we go by win rate, you know, these tanks I never play. So the Stug B would be close at 71%. The KV-220 is the only one that's a little bit above it. They're both at 64%. The KV-220 is at 64.8. FCM. This is a beast of a tank destroyer. I'm not telling you. Okay, we want to look at the awards too. Yeah, so 4 top guns out of 100. That's pretty dang good. Got a high caliber, 2 spotting awards. I got a defender, scout. I got a 2 patrol duties. That just cracks me up. Epic medals. Destroy 3 SPGs. I don't even know how I did that in this tank. Cool-headed. Yeah. Great tank. 22 sharpshooter awards, of course, because you're talking sniper. So I guess let me rephrase that. If you like open top, like SU-76, SU-76B, SU-85I, if you like those open top, and then even the SU-85I isn't even open top, but if you like that good view range, this thing has a 400 view range. With my binocs, I'm turning, let's see, 475, right? No, wait. Let me think about this. This takes me to 500 meters because it's 25 per 100. So, and the most you can go is 500 meters. So, this brings me to the maximum view range that you have in a tank. It also has great camo. I'm training the crew in camo. I'm training them in obviously camo or Sixth Sense, but this has excellent camo paint, camo net. This is the consummate tank destroyer. Out of all these tanks, if you like tank destroyers, you have to buy this tank before they take it away. Go, and it's worth full price. I'm going to tell you this, though, right now. It is slow as snot, okay? It's a little bit faster than the TOG. It is not a fast-moving tank destroyer. It is a sniper. It is meant to be purely in the back. This is not a second-line tank. I wouldn't say it's a base defender, but you can start off or end off doing base defender because you're not going to get far from the base. This thing is a tier 3 killer. On tier 5, it's okay. But on tier 3 and tier 4 battles, you can dominate the battlefield once your crew gets good and if you know how to play these open top tank destroyers. So if you like the SC-35A, if you like, once again, the SU-76, you're going to love this tank. If you like the Dickermax, and the rate of fire is incredible. So let's go ahead and take this thing for a run. I can't say enough good about this tank. I have had so much fun. Almost everybody that I know that has this tank absolutely adores it. So let's go do it. Now, I will say this. You used to not ever see these, ever. But now you are starting to see them more often because people are getting it, And I'm impatient enough that I'll probably end up getting in trouble, but got a Sexton 2 on the other team. SU-26 on ours, I'd prefer to have. The SU-26 is a beast of an artillery, what's left of it. But, yeah, I love this tank. And like I said, it is not by any means a fast tank destroyer, but on the Tier 3 battle, let's just see what happens, I have the feeling that we're going to be rocking this. But one false Panzer 2C, or Panzer 1C, And it could all go up in smoke. Because as soon as you're spotted, well, you're kind of a sitting duck. You really have to rely on your camouflage to do the work. Now, unfortunately, it looks like we are going to have a wide open middle. What on earth are these guys doing? So I'm going to get into position. I'm not going to do any shooting yet. I'm just going to sit and wait. I don't think I'm spotted yet. I really wanted to be back farther, but I'm not. Obviously, these guys aren't going to give me the opportunity. So I'm trying to move back. Since I haven't fired yet, I shouldn't be spotted. I'm far enough out of his view range. Alright, so now, I'm going to wait till the camo net engages. And we're going to start firing. And I know you're supposed to be behind the bush, so. I think the rule is if the bush is opaque, which it's not right now, then you're hidden.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Nope, not going to hit that. T-82 maybe? Nope. These guys that are... Don't get killed, guys. I'm going to draw them back. Over the top. Yep, that's what we want. Slow air time. That, you see how long it took that bullet? So, gotta... not even close. Try a longer lead. Nope. We got to get him coming at us. He's too far away. I'm not going to get the timing right. Here comes the Panzer 1C. Now this is what I was warning you about.
Enemy armor is hit.
And if he can hit me, I'm gonna die.
Critical hit.
But I'm gonna get him before he fires. Yep, he's not reloaded. Now I gotta move because obviously, well, I'm spotted. And this is what this tank is not good at doing. And that's changing positions. Okay, T-18. See if we can hit this dude.
Penetration.
Now our other side is wide open. I'm hoping I can get my gun down. And it doesn't have great gun depression. That's an issue. What, guys, stop yellowing. Come on. Nope. Should have had that, but
Enemy armor is damaged.
he's just going to sit there, so we'll...
Critical hit.
Oh, come on. What is this critical hit crap?
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Don't miss.
Critical hit.
We got a lot of crits today.
Got him.
And the Panzer IICs are tearing it up. Nice. Good job, guys. So we have everything but their artillery left, and we're going to capture the base. I think that that's how this is going to end. You know where they are. They've got to be on the island. I mean, that's the only reasonable place that they would be. So I didn't tear it up in this one. You know, could have had 6. Instead I got 2. But I did a lot of damage. I have a feeling I'll be pretty high up on the scoreboard. Yeah, he's a goner. So at this point, we're just going to get in the cap. There's no point. If I can get shots off, I will. But here's the issue. You know, once again, you might have the good first part of the battle, especially on these fast-moving, because they come to you. But if you get a Tier 5 game, it's going to take you a little longer to get any results because they don't move as fast. These little fast-moving tanks, they forget themselves and they zap in and... And he's gone. So that concludes our Let's Play. Looking at our victory, made some nice money. I am premium, so non-premium that would have been 11,000 credits. Not great, but you know, not bad. I was the 3rd highest scorer on the team. Happy with that. Of course, the Panzer 1Cs way outdid me, and they always do. But 2nd highest damage on the team. That's pretty good. Yeah, this tank is... It's a lot of fun. It is. I hate to say this. I know people get offended by this, but it is a consummate seal clubber. That is what this tank is designed to do, and that is probably why they are taking it out of the rotation. Yeah, the T127, I could see that. I mean, that's going to go away because it's got pref matchmaking. That's probably the only other one I can see them pulling, because of derpness that's going to get pulled. I bet you they're all going to go away. Valentine's going away. They're all going away. So anyway, enjoy them while you got them. But I would suggest that if you have to pick one, well, I think out of all of them, the cheapest one is actually probably the most fun of the group. So anyway. All right, guys, have a good night. Be sure to subscribe, and I will catch you on the flip side.